Hey folks, Ed from Brain Pulp TV back with more Magic Arena. Now this time I'm going to be doing a little bit less talking and a whole lot more gameplay because I'm going to be doing one of the quick drafts, one of the Hour of Devastation quick drafts. Now, before we get into it, I did buy some gems. And one thing I noticed with the store, which I thought was kind of surprising and interesting, was it only accepted, at least in Canada anyways, from the transaction being from Canada, it only accepted credit cards. You could not pay through PayPal. That sort of surprised me because a lot of the time when it comes to online transactions like this, for games like this, I will pay through PayPal, and most other games would accept that. But for whatever reason, right now, it seems to be only like Visa and MasterCard. So just keep that in mind if you are in the beta and you do decide to buy something from the store. You're not going to be able to use PayPal. Anyways, just thought I'd pass that information on to you guys before we jump into the draft. Speaking of which, let's get to it right now. We'll click on this. I mentioned this in the previous video. Costs 750 gems to join the draft, or 5,000 gold. Now, I do have over 5,000 gold, but I'm going to spend the gems anyways. One thing I do want to mention is that I have I have actually done a draft or two already. And there are a few things that are different from the Magic Arena drafts versus Magic Online and paper drafts as well too. So a lot of them will be noticeable right away, but I'll go over a few of the differences I noticed when I was doing some of the previous drafts. Anyways, let's go ahead and click the 750. It's going to ask us to confirm purchase, and we say okay, and it's going to bring us to the draft. So as you can see here, there are 14 cards to choose from, which is typical, but there's no timer. There's no opponents that are currently drafting along with you, waiting for you to make your pick. There is an AI that's picking all the cards from all the other packs that have been opened along with this draft. So it seems, from what I've seen in the draft so far, it seems that the AI are trying to build decks themselves. So certain colors do end up getting left, whereas other colors get eaten up right away. So you do have to sort of compete against other deck builders, but it is an AI that's doing it, not another person. So you have as much time as you want, which for someone who, like me, who's not very good at drafting, it's kind of nice. It's a more relaxed form of drafting, and you have more time to sort of decide what you want to pick and put into your deck. Doesn't seem to help me when it comes to my win-loss ratio, but still, it's kind of nice. And also makes it a little bit easier to do videos like this because there's not a timer over top of it that I have to make sure that I'm doing picks while trying to like get information across to you guys at the same time. So it makes it for video production anyways, it's actually kind of a nicer way of doing the drafts. Also, there are two different versions of the layout. You can change the layout so it looks like this. This is the more classic Magic the Gathering Online sort of look to a draft, which some of you may be used to, and then you can switch back this way. Now, this is the layout that I'm going to use a lot of the time when I'm doing the drafts and showing you guys, because I just think it's presented a bit nicer for the actual video itself. But whenever I need to check to see how my mana curve is doing, I will switch to this one because it's so much easier to see how I'm curving out with this particular layout. So I may switch back and forth throughout the draft. Anyways, enough talking about that. Let's do some picks here. Now we have Mirage Mirror. So for 3, you get an artifact. 2, Mirage Mirror becomes a copy of target artifact, creature, enchantment, or land until the end of turn. Jace's Defeat, no. Magmaroth? I don't mind Magmaroth. That might be a pick. Steadfast Sentinel, I like as well. Countervailing Winds, Grizzly Survivor, the Beast, Bitterbow Sharpshooters, I like as well too. For me, right now, it's probably between Steadfast Sentinel, Magmaroth, and Mirage Mirror. Yeah, I'm gonna grab the Mirror for my first pick. So once again, I'm not the greatest at drafting, so don't be surprised if I make some picks that you guys would not make at home. So and feel free to let me know what some of your picks would have been, or if you have any advice. I'm always open to advice. I'd love to become a better drafter. I just sadly I don't get a draft as often as I would like. Anyways, we have Aven of Enduring Hope, which is pretty nice. The Manticore Eternal, I like that as well too. Steward of Solidarity, exert and create a 1/1 white warrior creature token with vigilance. I'm not super crazy about the Riverwinder. Karen Screecher. Firebrand Archer is nice as well too, so is the Devastator. I think though, I'm going to go with the Steward of Solidarity. Once again, I'm not sure if that was the greatest pick, but the Avenger I quite like. Mummy Paramount. Scrounger of Souls is nice. Puncturing Blow removal is always good. Aerial Guide's really nice as well. I'm thinking maybe, like, 'cause, I mean, you can go into a really nice sort of zombie strategy. This is not a zombie, it's a horror, but if you go, like, white, black... You know, I'm gonna take the Scrounger's Souls here, and then we'll see how the rest of the packs are shaping up. So we have Sandblast, which is nice removal. Without Weakness, Grizzly Survivor, Lurching Rot Beast, Angel the Pharaoh God. I think I'm gonna take the Angel the Pharaoh God. Sorry, not the Pharaoh God, the God Pharaoh. Is it better over Sandblast? Something like Sandblast? You know what? I'm gonna take Sandblast. I'm gonna take the removal. There's another Sandblast, so now I get punished for taking it. I would have taken the Angel. If I knew there was going to be another Sandblast, I would have taken the Angel. Active Heroism. I'm going to take the other Sandblast. Probably not the best idea, but we've done it now anyway. So, search your library for a card and then put that card in your hand and then shuffle your library. Don't like it. I mean, I could take this Manolith here. Or I could start looking maybe towards other colors, like green. Obviously I'm not that deep into black. I could go white-green. Let's just take Manolith, because Manolith could be useful in a lot of decks, so... Saving Grace. Ugh. I'm gonna take the Eternal right now. Dutiful Servants. Or the Eternal. I don't want Crypt of Eternals. Let's take the Dutiful Servants. Because they are zombies, right? Yeah. So, I mean, I don't have much in the way of zombie synergy right now, but I might. Steadfast Sentinel. I haven't taken one of those yet, have I? Nope. I'm going to take the Steadfast Sentinel. Let's take this Cairn Screecher. I'm going to take the I'm going to try that again is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the Bitterbow Sharpshooters and just put that in the sideboard for now. Without Weakness or the Grizzly Survivor. Huh. Do I have much in the way of cycling right now? I don't think I do. You know, I'm going to take the Survivor. What the hell? Moaning Wall or Life Goes On. I'll take the Moaning Wall and then put it into the sideboard. And without Weakness. So there we go. Ketra's Last Mercy. Your life total becomes equal to your starting life total. Lands you control don't untap during your next untap step. Well, that could be a interesting card. Dauntless Aven. God, I hate cards like this because they sucker me into picking them. They seem good. I just don't know. I mean, if things are going that badly for you, is this really going to be the card that's going to turn the tide? Probably. There's also Steadfast Sentinel and Disposable Mummy. Or a Ruin Rat. You know, I'm gonna take Last Mercy. Ketra's Last Mercy. Sure. Hour of Glory. Exile target creature. If the creature was a god, its controller reveals. I mean, it's just solid removal. There's also Lethal Sting. There's another Angel, the God Pharaoh, but I think I'm just gonna take the removal. I think I've got plenty of removal now, though. No, I just got 2 Sandblasts and an Hour of Glory, so I'm not, like, going crazy on it. I'm gonna take the Dauntless Aven here. Solemnity. Players can't get counters. Counters can't be put on artifacts, creatures, enchantments, or lands. Not feeling it. Vizier of the True. I can take another Sandblast. Wretched Camel. Let's take Vizier of the True. I'm gonna quickly flip here and see how we're doing for our curve. So we got plenty of 3 drops, plenty of 4 drops. We already have a Steadfast Sentinel, right? Yeah. I mean, there's nothing against taking 2. We can take another Scrounger of Souls. Take another Solitary Camel. We don't have deserts right now. I'm gonna go with the Souls here. Cursed Horde. Target attacking zombie gains indestructible at the end of turn. This might be useful with our deck right now. Dauntless Aven, because we've now got more zombies. Zombie, and this is Eternalize, which will make it a zombie. Zombie. Yeah, let's go ahead and take the Accursed Horde. Whenever you cast a blue, black, or red spell, you gain 1 life. Dauntless Aven. Camel. I'm going to take another Aven. Take more flyers. let's... I don't control any deserts. I'm gonna take the camel because it's a 2-drop, though. I think I need more 2-drops. Disposal Mummy. Ruin Rat. I may take Ruin Rat. It's probably gonna work better for my... Well, actually, now we have a decent number of 2-drops as well, too. Can't block unless you control another zombie. Well, that shouldn't be too difficult in this deck. But I think I'm gonna take Ruin Rats. The Faithful or the Servants? I mean, they're more zombies, right? This might not be bad because we're playing black. I'm gonna take the Servants though. The Bone Slasher. I don't see this being useful. Because you can't... This is one of the things as well, too. These are all single game matches. So there's no best 2 out of 3. There's no sideboarding. So something like this I would probably take at this point because it could be useful on a sideboard, but I'm not going to take that. I'm going to put this in the sideboard instead. Without weakness, I'll take another Sentinel. And then that just goes to the sideboard. Okay, so here we are on the Amonkhet pack. Man, Sandworm Convergence. I wish I was in green. This is such... I love this card. I don't know if it's great in drafts. That's for people who are better at this than I am to decide. But I think it's so good. We got Stir the Sands. Great, 3, 2/2 black zombie creature token cycling. That could be good. Gustwalker is good. Soul Stinger is good. Cartouche of Ambition is good. Damn it! This is a really good pack for us. I don't know what to decide on. Stir the Sands. I mean, Stir the Sands could be really good. Supernatural Stamina I like as well too. I may take the... Part of me wants to take the Cartouche. Soul Stinger. I'm gonna take... Oh, I didn't mean to click. Well, there we go. I'm taking Stir the Sands. It is chosen now. Here we may take the Wayward Servant. It should be so good given how many zombies we have now. There is another Soul Stinger here. Wander in Death. And the Cartouche of Solidarity as well too. I hope some of these cartouches come around, but we're gonna have to take the Servant here. We got too many zombies already. I really wish I didn't take Stir the Sands now because there's another one for us. Scarab Feast. Exile up to 3 target cards from a single graveyard. I don't want that. I think I want this. I think I want Winged Shepherd over another Stir the Sands. Yeah, let's take Winged Shepherd. What is our current... Because we must be having... Oh, for some reason I thought we were heavier on the high end. But not as heavy as I thought. Forsake the Worldly. Oh, Final Reward. Yeah, I'm almost positive we're going to be taking Final Reward. What is this? Heaven to Earth? Yeah, let's just take Final Reward. It's just straight up removal. Ruthless Sniper. We don't really have much in the way of cycling. The Monument. Trespasser's Curse. Festering Mummy. We don't have any 1-drops, do we? No, we don't. But I think Cartouche of Solidarity is better. Yeah, let's take the Cartouche. Probably Sacred Cat here. Or Festering Mummy. Sacred Cat or Festering Mummy? Let's take Sacred Cat. Blighted Bat or the Soul Stinger? I think I want the Soul Stinger. Yeah, let's take the Soul Stinger. Oh, super... you know, here I actually want... Mighty Leap can be really good. It's either Mighty Leap or Supernatural Stamina. You know what? Let's take... I'm going to take Mighty Leap. Oh, man. Oh, good. So for once I end up... Oh, but another Soul Stinger might be better. Than Supernatural Stamina. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to take another Soul Stinger instead. God, should have gone with the... Oh, well. Or the Broken Lands. Whenever you cycle or discard a card. Or the Broken Lands, it gets a +1... Or +2/+1 until the end of turn. Do I want that over another Soul Stinger? Yeah, let's take... I'm going to take that. And then we have the Feast, which is the only thing that's useful. And I'm going to put that... Or not useful, but in our colors anyways. Let's take that. Festering Mummy or Trespasser's Curse. Let's go with the Festering Mummy. Okay, so then that one's going to go in the sideboard because we don't need that many Festering Mummies. So there we go. So now this is the sort of layout from when I was showing you guys a bit of deck building before in the first video. you can switch to a different layout. Now, both of them have certain advantages. This one is easier, once again, to see sort of mana curve. It also has this nice little graph here that you can click on. It gives you even more in-depth information as far as the amount of creatures, non-creatures. It gives you a breakdown here. And it also, I should also point out, they automatically fill in lands for you. You can change the amount that they put on there for you, but it does sort of go through that automatically. What I don't like about this layout is that there's no section with a little number telling you how many cards are currently in your deck. You can click on this and then you do the math and everything, but if you go to the other layout, it's just right there. That's all you need in the other layout is a little tab like that telling you how many cards are currently in your deck. And I don't know why they don't have it in that layout. So I tend to flip back and forth. As I'm pruning the deck, I'm going to be doing it here. I just find it easier to prune the deck from this particular layout. So we need to cut 12 cards. What was the land that they, how did they break up our lands? 9 plains and 8 swamps. Okay, that's fine. I'm fine with that. So let's see. I'm going to go through the deck, prune a little bit, and see what 12 cards we're going to cut. Let's get rid of Without Weakness. We'll get rid of Wretched Camel because we don't have any deserts. That's definitely going to stay. The Dauntless Avens can stay. Maybe cut Last Mercy. I don't know. We might only need one Sandblast. We can probably get rid of him. I think I'm going to get rid of Manalith as well, too. I don't think we need it here. Mirage Mirror can stay. Beautiful Servants. Steadfast Sentinel. Do I want to cut one of each of these? We may only need one Soul Stinger. I'll just keep one Soul Stinger. And Final Reward we're going to keep. Or the Broken Lands, I think we can get rid of. Scrounger of Souls, let's just keep one in the deck for now. What are we at? We're at 44, so we need to cut 4 more. We'll cut one Servant. I don't know if I want to cut one of the Steadfast Sentinels. I mean, Oketra's Last Mercy might be the one to cut. You know what? I'm going to cut Sacred Cat. One Dauntless Aven. I want to try to keep this in and see how useful it is. You know what? I don't think it's going to be that useful, actually. No, it may. It may. Actually, Mirage Mirror might be the thing that we cut. No, I'm going to get rid of one more of the Steadfast Sentinels. Okay. I don't know if those were the best cuts. I can change things if other things seem to be working better or worse in some of the games. Sadly, like I mentioned before, this is not best 2 out of 3s. These are only single game matches. So there's not sideboarding, but I can always make adjustments between games. Anyways, the deck that we have for this draft is the Cartouche of Solidarity, Festering Mummy, Mighty Leap, Steward of Solidarity, Kenra Eternal, Ruin Rat, Wayward Servant, Dauntless Aven, Oketra's Last Mercy, which is the one I'm not sure whether I should be keeping in, Sandblast, Marauding Bone Slasher, Mirage Mirror, Dutiful Servants, and then scrolling down, Vizier of the True, Accursed Horde, Karen Screecher, Hour of Glory, Soul Stinger, Final Reward, Scrounger of Souls, Winged Shepherd, Stir the Sands, and then 9 plains and 8 swamps. So I mentioned this several times before. I'm not the greatest drafter. This is probably not the greatest draft deck that's ever been. I guarantee you it's not the greatest draft deck that's ever been built. I don't even think it's the greatest draft deck that I've built this month. So we'll see. We'll see how this does for us. It's definitely not the worst that I've ever done, though. So yeah, nothing left to do except go to the play section and start up our first game. Oh, as well, too, I'm going to be up in this corner during the actual gameplay. I noticed in the last video that this is probably the most unobtrusive corner for the webcam to be in, so I'm going to be here instead of down there like I am during the rest of the video. Okay, so the opponent goes first. Let's see if we can start off with a decent opening hand. Oh, yeah, it's not. I mean, we got the colors we need. We got nothing till turn 4. Keep? This is one of the weird things as well, too, with it being, like, single game matches, is the fact that, like, sometimes keeping questionable opening hands is not as good as, or as forgiving as when you do it when you're playing best 2 out of 3s. So. Okay, they're starting off with a bit of a bang there, so we need to play that out. We do get the mirror out in 3. And then we can start putting some of our creatures on the board. We have Last Mercy there as a backup. Okay, so planes, and then we'll bring out the mirror. And then next turn, we'll see. We'll see which one of these we bring out next turn. Neither of these can block flying, so it's not going to be doing us much good against the entity. But, okay. Our opponent seems to be off land, which could be huge for us. Okay, not anymore. Did they not swing in? They didn't swing in. That's really bizarre. I don't get why they didn't swing in. I'm going to bring this out because it's going to require slightly more burn to get rid of than the Sentinel. So we seem to be drawing an endless flow of land. So if our opponent's off land, then we can always help them out and give them some of ours. I'm assuming they're going to attack this turn. With, the very least, with the entity. Yeah. Okay. Play another planes. I'm just going to go ahead and swing in. Am I walking into something bad? Or... Okay, yeah, it's jump blocking. I'm assuming it's just jump blocking. Yeah, okay. And if I play the Eternal, I can use Mirage Mirror. So let's go ahead and play the Eternal. And then I'll have mana up for... I mean, I probably should cast Steadfast Sentinel, but I want to be able to hold mana up for the mirror, and that way I can turn this into the Bloodwater entity and then use the mirror to electrify? Okay. Okay. Alrighty then. So now I don't know. I don't think I'm going to use the mirror to turn into the Blood Entity and trade with it. Okay, so Champion of Wits, which is a nice card. Definitely going to play out the Sentinel next turn. Yeah, I don't think the best use for the mirror here is to make it a copy of the Bloodwater entity. It'd be especially bad as well, too, if they were to swing in with it. I would make a copy to block, and then they cast anything to give it prowess, and then it would trigger, so... Then I would just lose my mirror. Opponent is deep in the think tank right now. Okay. So, if it becomes a copy... Is it a copy of its base, or is it a copy of the 3/3? Let's find out. Yeah, it's just gonna be... No, it's just gonna be the 2/2. So... I was hoping it was going to be a enhanced copy. Oh, good, we get more land, though. We needed that. We needed that land. And then I can bring you out. So we lost some tempo there, which is unfortunate. But we should be able to deal with this. We do have flyers in this deck. And also, I can get quite low, and then Oketra's Last Mercy will bring us right back to 20, so... I'm not super worried about our life total. Unless they burst us down, like, out of nowhere. Opponent is still very much in the think tank. Oh, one of the things I meant to mention from that I've sort of decided from past games is that I really wish there was like a history bar that you could sort of click on to see what had happened in previous moves, because I'm not even exaggerating. I've been distracted for like a second and a half, and I turned back to the screen and everything was... I mean, you can do some detective work by looking through the graveyards and figure out what went on, but it would be so much easier if you could just sort of scroll down and see what transpired in the second you were looking away. So, okay, so now it's our turn. And I can bring out a Festering Mummy. Are they not going to let that resolve? I'd be really surprised if they don't let the Festering Mummy resolve. Or is it just, you just want me to pay 6? So I can pay 6. They just want to tap me out. Is that it? I'll pay 6 for this. Sure, there we go. The other thing is, well, I don't think you can undo, like, unless I'm missing something, some way to undo. Is this like an undo, untap, upkeep, draw? No, it's not. It's just adding a step or a stop. So yeah, I don't think you can undo. I'm just going to attack with the Steadfast Sentinel. Okay. I wonder if that was, they just specifically wanted me to be tapped out, or if it was a miscalculation as to how many it would cost me. I can't see it being miscalculation because the opponent seems to be taking their time to figure things out, so that's not a slight at my opponent for taking a long time. It's just that they seem to be thinking things through. I have a horrible time sometimes not taking the time to think things through when I'm playing, so I very much admire that in my opponent, that they're taking time to think things through. Okay. Okay. Luckily we drew a plains. Oh, that's right. It needs double white, so that's not going to do us any good. Do I bother? I don't think I can afford to swing in. I think I need to wait. Oh, don't end turn. Don't just go through their turn. So we'll see. If they can't kill us this turn, and hopefully they can't, then we can do Last Mercy next turn. Okay, this is fine. That will resolve. Let's see. Combat, okay. Assuming it's just going to be the entity swinging in again. Part of me was thinking maybe of using the mirror there, but... Okay, so we'll play another plains. Let's try the Mercy. It may get countered, because they did hold up mana. Okay, so we're back to 20, so good job us. Do I want to tap down anything else? I don't think I do. I mean, I may... Actually, I can... If I eternalize that, I'm not going to be able to untap anything next turn. Yeah, you know what? We're going to do that anyways. We're going to eternalize this. So all of our mana is going to be untapped, or remain tapped next turn, but... Okay, so no attacks. So that's the sacrifice, but we are back up to 20. And that gives them a much harder... or a much steeper mountain to climb to get back in this game. So internalize that, that's fine. So they have a 4/4 now as well. And this does, what is this again? Draw a card, then discard a card. Activate it only if you cast a non-creature spell this turn. Okay. Okay, so we slow down the clock. And we get a plains. There'll be no attacks. No attacks this turn. Okay. So we're still not out of the woods. I mean, that the Last Mercy did definitely saved our butts, but we still have a long way to go before we're going to win this game. Be nice if we could draw one of our flyers. That'd be really great. Oh, okay. So let's do this. Let's... create a copy of that. Because these have vigilance. Go to combat. Swing in with them. Now I'm assuming they're going to put this in front of this. Okay. Was not expecting that. So let's go ahead and create 3 2/2 zombie tokens. Okay, so now we're doing a little bit better than we were a second ago. This is going to be good in a little bit when we can start to exert. So I get to draw and then discard. No matter what they discard, they're still 2 cards ahead. Because they got to draw 4 there, so... Okay, so... This is the other thing as well, too. It's like... So, was it... Like, what did they discard there? I know one of them was an island. Like, is this stacked in the way that it's... I don't know. Anyways. Yeah, there's just certain things where I don't like how quickly they move past certain things, and you can't sometimes figure out exactly what's going on. Okay, you know what? I think it's time to get rid of their flyer, because it's the one thing we haven't been able to deal with. And they're tapped out, so they can't increase it with prowess. Soul Stinger's great here. So Soul Stinger, I can put 1 on Festering Mummy. Which will kill off the Firebrand. So let's do combat first. Let's do it that way. Okay, so that's going to trade there, which I'm fine with. Okay. So actually, I think here... Do I want to do that, or do I want to... Yeah, let's do this. Soul Stinger. I'm going to put it on the Festering Mummy. Festering Mummy's -1/-1 counter is going to go onto the Firebrand Archer. So take that action. And then we can also bring out Vizier the True. So he's going to be able to start tapping his stuff down. So now we're in pretty good shape. I mean, granted, our opponent has 5 cards left in hand. So, we're far from, like, running away with this game yet. Okay, it's a Hexproof, so I'm not going to be able to tap that down, which is unfortunate. Okay, so this is just, you may exert as it attacks. Tap target creature and opponent controls. So if I do this and then tap that, chances are the river, yeah. So let's get aggressive, because they only got 1 mana left up. So, combat. We'll exert it. Attack with everything. Tap that down. So now he's got to make the choice of either blocking this with the Riverwinder or blocking this and taking less damage. Like 1 point less damage. I thought he was going to take this out, but I'm wrong. So they're going to be taking 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And then we'll bring up the Aven. So unless they have something to stop a flyer, we should win next turn. And the great thing about this is it can untap the Vizier of the True. So at least there's one blue up. No blockers. And there we go. So combat. There we go. So we won. Won the first. Excellent. Nice to start off on the right foot. I think this is the first time in the drafts that I ended up winning the first game. Yeah, this is a great way to start. We're going to continue on and see how we do and see just how many wins. Now, one thing I don't think I pointed out before, you need 6 wins in order to make back the gems that you put into play the draft. I mean, I'll be happy, honestly, with 4 wins at the end of this. That's 450 gems, and you get a pack as well, too. 1 to 2 bonus packs, apparently. So, yeah, we'll see how we do. Like, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We only have 1 win, but like I said, this is the first time I've started off the draft with a win. So, hopefully this is signs of things to come. Okay, Saber-Tooth Puppy is the name of our opponent. So Aketra's Last Mercy actually did huge work for us last game. I think we can keep this. I know it's only a 2-land hand, but we're gonna keep this because we can get the rats out if we want to. So should be able to draw another land in the first 3 turns, but we will see. Yeah, we'll need 1 more land for either the Mirror or the Dauntless Aven. Start off with the Swamp. Yeah, I think we're going to go with the Steward of Solidarity. Yeah, I think that's better than the rats right now. We can exert this to get the 1 white warrior creature. Excellent. So this is not going to do anything for them as far as being able to put up a defense. Really hope I catch another land drop, though, this coming turn. Nope, I'm not going to do that. Great. So we're just going to go ahead and... Do I want to exert this, or do I want to just go ahead and swing in? I think I just want to swing in, right? Okay, and then we'll bring out the rats. And then in the future, we can always exert the Steward. I think that was the better move. Just swing in as opposed to exerting it right away. Ugh, still don't have a extra land. So, I think now we're just going to go ahead and exert this. I should have waited till their turn. Oh well. Yeah, and then I think we're just going to end the turn here. Actually, we could probably swing in with the rats. Yeah, I might as well swing in with the rats. There's no way they're going to block the rats. And then we can hold up for Mighty Leap. I really, really needed to land there. Okay, so that's fine. They swing him, that's fine. Okay, they are going to swing him. Yep, that's okay. This is A-okay with us. Ooh, that's not so much okay. Damn, because now we're in 7. Not good. This is not good. Yikes. I mean, we're doing good work for only having 2 lands, but Man, is this biting us in the butt. And the thing is, this deck would run just fine, even like just having 4 out. I mean, we've got so many 3 and 4 drops, but being stuck on 2 is... What? Did they get both? Or is he just using it, or they... No, I don't know if it's a he, actually. Are they just using it for its other ability? Huh, okay, that's weird. I did not think that is... I personally wouldn't pick this, but, I mean, it's entirely possible to have it. Okay, so they are not... Oh, thank goodness. Oh, oh man. That was... Oh, okay, so we are going to go ahead. I think we can swing in with everything, and then we can always Mighty Leap. So, yeah, combat... Attacks. Attack all. And see if they block. Oh, they're gonna block the rats? Okay. Let's get rid of her, just in case. Resolve. That surprised me. That block surprised me. Now we can bring out the Aven. The Aven's going to be great because it can attack. We can exert the Steward, and then we can use the Dauntless Aven to untap it. So we're going to go ahead and... Oh, end combat, yes. And then bring out the Aven. So there we go. Unless they have, like, Essence Scatter or something. No, they don't. Okay, excellent. So we're sitting pretty so far. Especially considering how long we were stuck on 2 land. Okay. What was that? That's the Ipnu Rivulet. Doing a lot of cycling. Once again, I'm beginning to think they have God Pharaoh's Gift in their deck. Okay. So, what can we do here? I think we just go ahead and swing in with everything. I mean, I could cartouche. This is interesting. Because the cartouche gives vigilance, which would be good on that, but we can just untap. You know what? We're just going to go to combat right now. Attack with everything. And then we can untap this, so then we can exert it on his turn. Or their turn. And then... I think we just bring out the mirror, right? Okay. They were holding up for a counterspell. That's fine. I don't mind losing the mirror. I mean, it's not ideal, but it's definitely not the worst thing that could happen to us. So we can exert this in their end step. And then we swing into 1, 2, 3, 4. And then untap this. Once again, doing pretty good considering we're only on 3 lands, and it's, what, turn 7 or something? So, that's the other thing. There's no turn counter, is there, in the game? Doesn't seem to be. And if I'm missing something that you guys know is on screen that I'm not seeing, then please let me know. Like, if there's some area where you click on it, it'll tell you what turn it is, then please let me know. But otherwise, I don't think there's a turn counter on this other than just sort of judging from land. Okay, so there's tapping going on. Something is going to be cast. I'd really like another Plains. So I'd like to be able to, well, one, I'd like to be able to cast my 4-drop, but I'd also like to be able to cast the Cartouche and still be able to hold up for Mighty Leap. Okay, so you do have God Pharaoh's Gift. Okay, so we can resolve that. Okay. They can't really afford to swing in with it. So there we go. Okay, so at least we have a 4th land now, which is useful. I mean, a 5th one is perfect because then we'll have Final Reward. I think here, I'm going to go ahead and Cartouche a Solidarity on the Dauntless Aven, because I don't have anything that can deal with flyers right now. So I'm going to attack with them. And you know what? I can make more of these, so I might as well just like attack with these as well too, to get an extra point of damage through. Untap the Steward of Solidarity. Okay, there we go. So the next turn we can use Mighty Leap and we should be able to swing in for lethal. They'll be able to create another token. Or do we actually have... I don't think we have anything in the graveyard. Neither of us have anything in the graveyard, so... what are you casting that on? You're casting on the Aven? Okay. This is still fine. Mighty Leap should still be able to get us through this. Okay. That's fine. Okay, so now if... They're not going to swing in. There's no way they're swinging in. I think we just go ahead and create another token, right? Okay. So, let's go to combat. Attack. All attack. 3 attackers. Now I can either Mighty Leap this. This is going to die. I could make it so that dies as well too, and that clears their... You know what? That may be better. So let's do that. So let's basically clear their board. They'll be able to bring them out as tokens, but... Or that might have ended up being the, the biggest mistake I could have made. One of the two. But, yeah, because I guess I don't want them to have creatures in their graveyard. Yeah, I might have wanted to actually put Mighty Leap on the one that wasn't being blocked. We're still pretty far ahead, so I don't think I'm going to have to worry about this too much. Okay, so this has got a flicked 1. So I could go ahead and bring this out as a 4/5. I think that's what I'm going to do. Unless they counter it. But they only have 1 card left in hand. Okay. So we're not going to swing in. We should still win this race. That said, I have lost games in better positions before. I mean, 1 more land and I can start using Final Reward, but... Okay. So they're just going to try to stall us out then? Okay, so they're just going to try to mill us at this point. Okay. Oh, I don't know. So, block? No, no. Wait. Do I block with this? Whenever you discard or cycle a card, it gets +2. They can't really cycle, right? They just want a creature in the graveyard. I gotcha. Okay, so... This is fine. This is still fine. Because now they're basically just doing a stall tactic in order for us to mill ourselves. So I should probably not be making trades if I don't have to, because I really didn't need to take the damage there. Or didn't need to prevent the damage there. So, okay, so this is good. And then this forces them, I can swing them with both. So now we have another source that can deal damage to them, so... It's fine. So 15 cards. So we should have them next turn. I mean, I don't necessarily know what they have, but... If we can catch one more land, we've definitely got it. Okay. Okay. So, let's go to combat. Actually, we should just win this, right? And then at this point, no matter what they block, because they can let this through. Okay. So attack, attack, 2 attackers. Because this is afflict 1, so it's going to do 1 damage to them, regardless of who they block with. Okay. End combat. And then end turn. We got 14 cards. 13 cards. Okay. So we're still doing good. They only got 1 card in hand. 2 cards in hand, sorry. They'll be able to create another token. This amazed me that they had both the God Pharaoh's Gift and Gate to the Afterlife. Okay, so they're not going to swing in with anything. If I can get 1 more land, then I can get rid of their flyer, and then we can just swing in for a win. Okay. Well, they tapped that. Why would they do that? Because now I don't even have to use... Okay. So exile that, and then this combat. And that should win it for us. Excellent. Okay. Oh my goodness, I was worried there. I was actually worried there for a second. When they started doing the mill strategy, I was really getting worried there. Okay, so we got 2 wins under our belt, which is great. So now we get to guaranteed to have 200 gems as well as 1 to 2 bonus packs. And we're going to move on and see if we can keep on this win train. And who knows? Maybe we'll get to break even when it comes to the draft here. Okay, I can keep this. We have this for cycling if we need to later on, and we got something for turn 2. No, we can keep this. Man, we've had Oketra's Last Mercy in our opening hand, I think, every game so far, so it's pretty good. Pretty good. This wouldn't have helped us last game if they ended up milling us out, but okay, perfect. So that's the 4th land that we needed. Go ahead and cast our Bear with an Upside. Bear with a Flicked one. I think... Yeah, I'm just gonna go swing in. Block, that's fine. And we'll just end the turn. So I can bring out the Cairn Screecher next turn if I need to. Still a ways away from being able to do full-on Stir the Sands, but... do we want to do this? Or Cairn Screecher? Let's do Cairn Screecher. Let's get a flyer out there. Because they currently don't have anything that can block a flyer. It's fine. No blockers. Alrighty, more lands. So, we are going to be able to do Stir the Sands for the 3 zombies. Soul Stinger, I'm going to put the counters on the Soul Stinger. Because it can still block either of these. Alrighty, so this is all we need for Stir the Sands. We're going to go to combat. I'm just going to swing in with the flyer. And then we're going to cast to create 3 black zombie creature tokens. Oh, okay, and there we go. So then we're just going to move on to the next game. So, oh, we get to rank up as well, too. Look at that. A lot of ceremony to that. Okay, excellent. So now we're on to 3 wins, which means we got 300 gems and 1 to 2 bonus packs coming to us. The next one is 4. This is the one that I was sort of hoping to get. I never reached 4 wins in the draft so far. So, okay, so we haven't had any losses yet, so we're still sitting pretty good. This is a decent opening hand, and there she is, Oketra's Last Mercy. So we don't have the double planes to cast her, but we probably won't need her for a while. So we're going to keep this because we have the mana for Ruin Rat, Marauding Bone Slasher, and Mirage Mirror if need be. Okay, so we're going to swamp it up and pass the turn. Excellent. So we got the all-important second planes. We're bringing our Ruin Rat. Okay. Well, let's... Do we want to bring out the Bone Slasher? Let's go ahead and swing in the rat. It's got Death Touch. Okay, I didn't think so. And then I think we bring out this, so then we can get more value from the Marauding Bone Slasher. Okay, so it's obviously going to go on the Ruin Rat, which is fine. No blocks. And that's got lifelink, which is unfortunate for us, but it is what it is. So, we're going to bring up this. And this will at least be able to trade with the mummy, if need be. Because we do control another zombie now. And then one more land, and we can actually bring out the Scrounger of Souls. Okay. So taking a bit of extra damage. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. We do have the Last Mercy, so don't have to worry too much. What do we want to do here? I think, yeah, we start getting a chump engine going here. No blockers. I mean, that does have lifelink, which sucks for us, but combat. Do we do the mirror? Or do we do the sentinel? I think bring the sentinel out. We do have to stop this from going on unchecked, because I mean, the lifelink is just going to get out of hand, so. Okay, good. So they're not attacking. So finally we slowed them down a bit. I would really like one more land. Combat. Attacks. Just with that? I should have created a token with the Steward, but... Okay, this is fine. I mean, they're gaining a lot of life, but I'm not super worried about that quite yet. Let's go ahead and bring up the mirror. End the turn. I just want one more land, please. Please, just one more land. Like, if we get in a really tight bind, we can go ahead and do Last Mercy. Okay. I don't think they're going to swing in this time either. Okay. So create the token. Still can't get that land, huh? We're going to go ahead and bring out the Eternal. And go to combat. Which we don't want. We're just going to end the turn. Don't end the turn there. Okay. End our turn, not their turn. They seem to be getting flooded. I don't know what they have in their hand. But they seem to have the exact opposite problem that we have. Because being able to get either of these online is great. I mean, once again, Last Mercy is going to buy us a lot of time. Unless they're able to burst through somehow that I'm not foreseeing. Okay. Unconventional tactics. That should be fine. Okay. Block. Damage. I'm going to try something here. I'm not sure if it's going to work. Now, is this... Okay, so it's not going to be tapped. Okay. Okay, so now we have the planes. I think we're just going to go and do Last Mercy here. I think that's probably the best thing to do. I can Final Reward this and get this out of the way. But then if they give that flying, yeah, we're going to have to just go ahead and Last Mercy. And then go to combat, and we're not going to attack with anything. No attackers. End turn. Okay, so that set them back quite a bit. Granted, we don't get to untap our lands, but... Okay, I don't need that anyways. So they have 2 of those. Okay, combat. Attackers. So we definitely have to get rid of this next turn. Well, we can't actually, because these are going to stay tapped down. So damage. My turn. Okay. So we're just gonna go ahead and end turn. Gonna be close. Like their life total is just getting ridiculous. So we know that this is the only card they have in their hand. So they are gonna cast it on that, and that's fine. Okay, backers. Damage. Okay, so now we'll be able to untap. Okay. So, we actually need to get rid of this. The reason is because when this comes back to the hand, granted they'll be able to pay for 2, right? If they draw a zombie, we're dead. So we need to start getting rid of some of these creatures. So we're gonna go ahead and exile that. Attacks. I don't think we want to attack with anything, right? No attacks. Because until those leave the graveyard, we're at their mercy. So we need to be able to get... If this is a zombie, we're dead. Yeah, because right now, 2 of those in their hands, it's just... Yeah, if this is a zombie, then they can put both of those back. Okay, so this is fine. So luckily that wasn't a zombie. And then we can Hour of Glory. I think we have to bring up the Scrounger of Souls. Because they can bring... Because this gives it what? Is it +3/+3? So they can give +6/+6 to this, and that'll still kill us. So if they play a zombie at all, but if we get Scrounger of Souls out, we can start bringing our life total back up. So we need to bring this up. So no attackers. Once again, if it's a zombie, we're dead. Okay, so it's a zombie. So we're dead. So these are going to go back to its hand, and then they're going to be able to cast it on... Yeah. Double on that, and then they swing in and we're toast. Yeah. We had no choice. It wouldn't have mattered. Honestly, it wouldn't have mattered. It was just a zombie. We needed to bring this out because we needed to create a situation where we could gain life back, so... It's unfortunate, but yeah, we just fell too far behind there. And keep in mind as well, too, we even used Aketra's Last Stand, so that's how far behind we really were. So they actually killed us twice in that game, essentially. So that one was fairly... I mean, their life total obviously didn't show that it was close. I let that go too far. Early on, I should have been keeping up for blocking that thing, because lifelink didn't really end up mattering. In the end, it was how much damage they were doing to us, but I really should have kept them in check. I don't mind this. This is actually good. We'll keep this. This is a pretty good opening hand. Okay, so swamp it up. Festering Mummy. So we have a pretty good curve here. We do the Eternal into the Dauntless. Or Ruined Rats. Okay, so do we want that? Play a Plains. Eternal. No attacks. Now they do control a desert, right? Yeah. So this is going to force us to discard a card, which is fine. Actually, this exiles it. I mean, I don't want to waste it on that, but... Oh, they got 2 of them. I see. So what we're going to do is we're going to go by air. No attackers, because I don't want to discard at this point. Once I get 4 lands out, then I'll be happy to discard any extra lands I have, but... Do I want to do that? Do I want to put it on one of them? You may put it on target creature. I don't think I want to discard. Yeah, I might as well. Take action. What were you going to discard? We are going to discard Ruin Rats. Because I don't want to discard the land. No blockers. Anoint your priest, that's fine. So let's go ahead and bring out the Wayward Servant. Might as well swing in, right? Because it'll do 1 point damage to them. I just did. Nah, it's no point. No point doing that. Don't want to take that out yet until I have a card in my hand that, like, if I draw another land, I'm gonna go ahead and take that out. So okay, so I'm not gonna play the land. I will play the servants. Combat. No, no attackers. End turn. So they got 1 card in hand, and they got Dust there. Exile any number of target creatures that have -1/-1 counters on them. So we will see what they have in their hand. And get rid of that swamp. Do I swing in? I mean, I can swing in the Eternal. They're either going to block it with the Camel. Yeah, we'll swing in with the Eternal. We'll swing in with the Eternal. Yeah, and we'll keep the Servants up. It's fine. So they're taking 1 damage each turn. And this is instant, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay. Okay. So we have them on a very, very slow clock. Resolve that. Oh, now, okay, so perfect. So we do this. We might as well Hour of Glory that, right? Because they're both exile. So we'll exile that. Because we still have the other removal. And then attack.
What they've done to the place. I am in control.
Okay. So now we are in a bit more trouble, but we can... Okay, so I can exile the Camel, swing in onto Liliana. Combat. Okay. So they can keep creating zombie tokens, which is unfortunate. I don't know what they have in their hand now. Man, that Liliana, I think, is completely screwed us. I mean, the Angel of Sanctions is not helping us either. Really wish I held on to that removal now.
The dead.
Okay, well, this is going to help us a bit. It will help us a bit. We do still... I think we still have some removal left in the deck. No attackers. End turn. So she can destroy all non-zombie creatures, but that's not going to matter. It'll destroy this, but...
Servitude. Think of it as partnership.
Yeah, they're just drawing nothing but gas now. Yeah, I think this is pretty much a lost cause. I should have kept that removal. Yeah, we're pretty much dead here. Not gonna block. Okay, well. Getting something out anyways. No attackers. I mean, the good thing is these are zombies, so they can't ultimate her to do much to us. It's actually just gonna hurt them, so... But yeah, we're gonna need a miracle in order to pull this game out at this point. Like, what is their library? They're at 18 cards. I think the best chance we have is that they deck themselves. So...
Nothing is more loyal than the dead.
Because they'll be able to keep swinging by air. Now they got a 4/4 flyer. Yeah, this has just gone from bad to worse for us. No blockers. Well, that helps us for a second. Oh, we can't even do that. Oh, we can now. Yeah, never mind. No attacks. We're pretty much dead next turn. We've just bought ourselves a turn, but even then, because we're pretty much tapped out, so it's not going to matter. Yeah, this just turned from bad to worse. Like, Liliana just turned the tide instantly, and that's not being able to get through. I mean, there was something to be said for holding on to the removal, but I really thought I needed to use it at that point. Okay, so they're going to be doing 7 to us. And they're going to be able to give it lifelink. Excuse me, and they're going to be able to give it lifelink. Yep. Not crazy about this, shrinking down like that. That's... Graphically, that's kind of... eh. This might help. Oh, no, it won't, because we don't have the mana tapped anymore. No, we're just dead. So we're going to go ahead and concede! Oh, 2 defeat in a row. 2 game losses. Okay, so we have 1 left to hopefully try to get to 4 wins. 1 more loss. We're going to continue on. We're going to try. We're going to try to get there. It'd be nice, but, man, only if our luck improves. There she is again. I don't think we keep this. Well, maybe. It gives us time. I mean, these give us time, so yeah, I'm going to keep this. Probably not the best decision ever, but started off so strong, and then the last couple games just been heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. We got trounced that last game. Actually, we got trounced both those games. Okay, so we'll play Swamp. Oh, I don't want to see a flood of land. Last thing I want is more land at this point. At least we have 5 land, and... Okay, so that worked out. That curved out well for us. So we're going to go ahead and get some flyers up. But yeah, 5 land seemed to be the magic number that we needed before. It allowed us to cast removal, Essence Scatter. That's fine. That's fine. It's not ideal, but it could certainly be worse. Okay. I think we're going to Swamp, right? Bring that out. So they're stuck on 2 land. What did we have in the graveyard now? Stir the Sands, that's the sad one to lose. Soul Stinger, also set. Man, they took a lot of gas out of our deck there. Combat. This needs 6, right? In order to do it, yeah. Okay, let's try to get the Vizier of the True out. Okay. Good. Good. Excellent, excellent. Our opponents had horrible luck with land. Still on 2? That's an awful way to lose a game. Like, they haven't lost yet, but they haven't played a land yet either. And they're at 8 cards, which means they're going to have to discard now if they can't play anything. That is rough. Whereas we just keep drawing nothing. Drop the land. No, drop it. There we go. Put the planes out there. Combat. Back with everything. And then we can eternalize this. So possibly swinging for 10 next turn. Okay, that's fine. There they go. Now we can stop drawing land. I want to draw some gas. The stuff that they tossed into our graveyard, like the Soul Stinger and the Carrion Screecher, those would have been amazing to have in our hand. Okay, so an Ancient Crab. Now this is... Okay, so we can... Got another land. Good. It's been a while. So we're going to go combat. Choose attackers. Might as well exert it. And we can hold up Sandblast. I can't imagine them swinging in with the crap, though. They're still hunting. Whether it's for land or just other cards to play. Hollow one, okay. Another swamp! Wow, this is amazing. We just go to combat here, right? So we'll get rid of the crab. And then next turn, we can use this in order to tap down the hollow one. So they need to put another creature out, or bounce one of our creatures, or destroy one of our creatures. They can't even really destroy one of the creatures because we can... well, they can't destroy this. They can destroy this. This is not a zombie, so... Target attacking zombie gains indestructible until the end of turn, so it's not just at any time. So we'll see if they're able to play something. Okay. So... Alright, so combat. Two attackers. We're going to tap down the hollow one. And then bring out the mirror. And I'm not going to play the swamp. What do they have? They have nothing they can bring out from the graveyard, right? Okay. I'm assuming they're doing that just to draw a card. Okay. So maybe we'll draw some of our removal. So I think here... Now, do we force them? What I can do is I can turn this into a hollow one, and I can swing in with both the Cursed Horde and the 4/4. It's not going to be a 5/5. It's going to be a 4/4 hollow one. And they're going to have to block. He'll have to block the hollow one with that. That'll leave me with 2 creatures up, right? I can also... Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. So the hollow one. And then we attack all. So he's got to block both of them. Okay. And then damage goes through. The reason why I'm doing this, even though I'm throwing away the mirror this way, the reason why I'm doing this is because I don't want him to be able to build up more blockers than I have attackers. I want him to constantly have to be on the defensive. I mean, he's got way more cards in hand, but... Yeah, they're definitely digging. Because they need to find a creature now at this point that only cast 1... Or, sorry, 2 to cast, that only cost 2 to cast. Or, unless they drew a land, in which case they can play a land and it's something that's going to cost 3. So they return that, and they're going to keep all of them. So they're going to play a land, okay. And then a wall. Okay, that's fine. So we can play the rats. And then there's no point in swinging in. So the rats will be good, because it'll take care of at least one of their creatures, for sure. Actually, is it... The rats aren't a zombie, right? No, it's not zombie rats, so... Death Touch and then Indestructible, that would be amazing. Now they got another land. Cycling, they're still on the hunt. Because they know they need to get at least one other creature out. Because next turn I can swing in with everything. Make these 2 indestructible from attacking, or when they're attacking, and then the rat is just going to kill whatever he puts in front of it. So he's probably going to want something small to put in front of the rat. Okay, so combat. Okay, so 1 damage bleeds through. End the turn. Now they're drawing nothing but land. I don't think they want to draw land. Unless they have something in their hand which just costs like a lot of mana that they haven't been able to cast, but I can't imagine what that would be. So they need bounce, blocker, or straight up removal. Okay, so I will lose 3 life, lose 3 life. How many is it? Like, they don't tell you anywhere, do they? Lose 3 life. Discard a card. Yeah, there's nothing, I mean, unless I'm missing it, there's nothing indicating how many. So it was looking at, what, 1, 2, and then... Okay. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So then combat, attack all. Our opponent got screwed on land at the beginning of that game. I mean, I'll take the win, obviously. So But still, they got, and I know what that feels like, and that is not a fun feeling. So we did get 4 wins, which is great, which is, like I said, the best that I've done so far in the I think 2 or 3 times that I've tried this. So that's good. Let's see if we can get 650 gems. Sure, why not? So we've already made back, so we can do another one right after this if we want to, but let's go ahead and see if we can get a 5th win. Yeah, we can keep this. How? Every single time? It's not like a innate thing with this card that it starts in your opening hand, is it? That's amazing. We are going to keep this. That's insane. The number of times we've had this card in our opening hand is ridiculous. Start off with the plains. Okay, so we're going to be able to get the steward out, which is great because that's going to be a little token creating machine for us. And then with this being able to untap stuff, the combination of these two is pretty nice. Combat. Attacks. Attack all. See if this resolves. It does. Okay. I wasn't sure if it was. Whenever you see someone keep a blue and one other mana up, I always think Essence Scatter, so. And we do get a 4th mana, which is wonderful. So we can either do Dutiful Servants, or we also have Hour of Glory. Okay, so there we go. Let's combat. Attacks. Attack with both. 2 attackers. Untap. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and bring up the servants. Combat. Yeah, he's going to continue to swing in, because it's unblockable, so why wouldn't he? Okay. Play plains. Attacks. Attack all. Do they have something sneaky? I mean, they got a ton of mana left up, so it's entirely possible. Okay, so they're taking 6. They might have to start thinking of keeping this back as a blocker. And we have instant speed removal. So if something scary hits the board, we can immediately get rid of it. So that resolves. I'm very curious if they swing in with the Slither Blade. I don't think they will. I think they'll keep it back to chump. Wow, that amazes me. That really surprised me. Now, I know I could have been constantly creating tokens with this, but until there's something that's he gets to block this that can kill it, I might as well just swing in for 2 each turn. So I think this is gonna work out for us. Yeah, okay, so that... I'm really surprised he didn't hold back the Slither Blade there at the end. So excellent, so we get another win. So we're up to 5 wins now. So I mean, granted, we have 2 losses, so 1 more and we're out. But if we win 1 more time, then we get more gems than we put into the draft. So, pretty nice. Pretty nice. Let's go ahead and see if we can actually manage that trick. Okay, so the opponent goes first. Be able to see our opening hand in just a moment. See if Last Mercy is once again in our opening hand. I realize with the positioning of the webcam here, whenever I go to check the screen to see it, I'm actually looking off screen. It's weird having that it in this particular position. I don't think I keep this. I think I have to mulligan this. And this is not great for us. I mean, I do get to scry now, and I get Sandblast up, but I'm going to mulligan one more time. This is not great either, but we'll keep it. Yeah, we got to put that in the bottom. Sadly, we got to put the removal on the bottom. Oh, this is a sad way if this is how it's going to end for us. Maybe we'll catch a land. Oh, we do. Okay, so we are at least going to be able to get one of our creatures out. So... So they're cycling. Oh, blue. Okay, well at least they're tapping it right away. Okay, excellent. So now all we basically need is one more land now, and then I can feel a little bit better about our situation. And this is when is this? You may exert it as it attacks. You do against +1/+1 against flying. Okay. Are they going to swing in with it? Okay, they're going to exert it. Makes sense to fly over the rat. I may end up just having to cycle, stir the sands, if I can even... Okay, so at least we get the 4th land, so I don't have to worry about that. There's going to be no attacks. So... And then I can bring out, like, Soul Stinger. Okay, so we got to the 4th. That was very, very important. So we may actually be able to pull it out this game. Okay. I think I might pull one of the rats in front of that. I'm going to take 2 from the Afflict 2, but I'm also going to be able to get rid of the Winged Shepherd from the graveyard. Oh, okay, so they're not attacking. Okay. So let's go ahead and... I mean, maybe the Karen Screecher is the better way to go, because that will block the Gust Walker, so he's not going to be able to swing if the Gust Walker is going to buy us more time. So yeah, we'll bring that out. The Carrion Screecher. Was I saying the Karen Screecher? The Carrion Screecher. Okay. That's unfortunate. I mean, the rat is still going to be able to take out one of these, which is great for us, but... Oh, they put... You jerks. Those would have been nice ones not to have been in our graveyard. Okay, so now they're deciding whether or not to swing in with both. Like, pretty much everything. Yeah, might as well get aggressive. They missed a land drop, right? They must have missed a land drop. So I'm going to take 2 from Afflict, which is better than 3. And let's get rid of... I'm going to get rid of the Winged Shepherd just in case they have some way of getting it out of the graveyard. Okay, so now I can go ahead and bring out the Soul Stinger. And then I can final reward their Gust Walker unless there's a better target for it. Because right now it's tapped, so I don't have to worry about it swinging in again. And just one more land, and I actually don't have to cycle this. I can straight up cast Stir the Sands, so... Yeah, unless they cast another flyer, I think final reward, the best target for final reward is going to be the Gust Walker, because that's what's been swinging in for all the damage, so... Okay, excellent. So we are going to go ahead and... This is instant speed, right? I mean, we can Screecher, and then we don't have to use final reward for it. They've got mana up, so I'm guessing they're... Are they going to counter this? If they counter this, it's fine, because then we still have final reward. We can't cast them both in the same turn, I know, but you know. Okay, so at least we have a blocker for that. So we can use this as a removal for Gust Walker and keep this up for something scarier. No attacks. We're going to stay on the defensive for the time being. They are still off land, so... I'm not sure if that's going to improve for them by the beginning of this turn. I may actually want to use Final Reward on this thing, because that thing can be a pain in the ass. If I take out Gust Walker, then I can start swinging in by air. Okay. Now, he'll be able to swing in for 3 potentially, but I can cast this for full value. Which gives us a ton of chump blockers. And then we can final reward that afterwards if we need to. Okay. Yeah, so this is fine. So we're probably going to have to go ahead and final reward that. Just to get a flyer out of there. If he plays another flyer, we'll keep up the Carrion Screecher. If not, I'm going to go ahead and final reward that. And then, okay, that's fine. Okay, so... Combat... Now this is tapped down, so I don't have to worry about that, so I can actually bring this out this turn. I'm cutting it close. I'm flying very close to the sun here, I realize that. But I think this gives us ample blockage. I just really hope they don't cast another flyer. Because right now, Gustwalker is the only thing we have to worry about, and we can take care of that with Final Reward. Oh, and none of those can... I knew we were flying too close to the sun there. Damn it. You know what? I drafted that card once in a previous draft, and it did nothing for me. Absolutely nothing. It was like a dead draw almost all the time. So that well, good on them for making that work, because I could not make that work. So unfortunately, we did end at 5 wins, but once again, that's better than I've done in the past. 650 gems, so that's just 100 off. So we'll definitely be able to do another draft with gems. Let's go ahead and claim our prizes. We'll open up the pack. We'll see what we get. So we do just get one pack. Open up the pack. Oh, we got 2. We did get 2. This is one of the other things that I have an issue with the game. There's certain visualizations which aren't happening, which I think should be happening. Like, for example, when that one spell was cast, that black spell that was being cast, that was 2 black and X. I couldn't find anywhere on the screen which was telling me what X was. And in this case, it's like you received packs, but I didn't see any number 2, unless I missed it. I might have missed it. But there's certain times where I think they need to improve visualization when it comes to getting across information during the game, and even during times like this. Anyways, enough complaining. Let's open up the packs, see what we get inside. Okay, so Tragic Lesson, Marauding Bone Slasher, Crash Through, Dutiful Servants, Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs, Devotee of Strength, Magmaroth, and our rare is... Ramanump Hydra? Is that the right pronunciation? I have no idea. I tried it several times. You wouldn't be able to tell because I edited it so smoothly that you'll have no idea that I tried it like 8 times and couldn't get it right. So it is a 3/3 for 3 and 1 green. Snake Hydra, Vigilance, Reach, Trample. Gets +1/+1 as long as you control a desert, and it gets +1/+1 as long as there is a desert in your graveyard. Okay, so not, you know, super exciting, but it is what it is. And here, ooh, oh, I thought it was a mythic. I thought that was glowing red for a second. Was it just me, or did it look like that was glowing red for a second? Oh well. Okay, so we have Solitary Camel. We have, why is that gray? Why is it gray? Does that mean that I have more than 4 now? That must mean that I have more than 4. Granitic Titan, Rohan's Stalwart, Kenra's Eternal, or Kenra Eternal, a common wildcard, Nissa's Defeat, Sunscourge Champion, and our rare is... Oh, it is! It's a mythic wildcard. I'm gonna have to check back when I edit, but I swear that got somewhat revealed ahead of time. So yeah, so I thought I saw something, and also the symbol up here changed, right? So now it shows we have 1 mythic rare. How are we doing on our vault progress? We're at 84.8%. So there we go. That was the draft experience on Magic Arena. I do like a lot of the aspects of the draft. I like the fact that, I mean, I understand to become a better drafter, you need to follow certain rules and you need to be under that clock a lot of the time. But when you're still trying to learn the draft experience, I like the fact that this is more laid back. You have a lot of time to sort of like talk things through, and it's especially good for creating videos. If I were to stream Magic Arena, which is something I may do in the future, and I was doing a draft, it would allow me to sort of sit and chat with the chat a bit more about, you know, the picks, like what they think and stuff, as opposed to knowing that you only have a few seconds, you have to make certain decisions. It seems more, it's a little bit better for learning, and it's a little bit it's a little bit better for doing videos and for streaming a draft on Magic Arena. But like I said, some of the things I'm still not crazy about. There's no history on the games on the game screen. So if you glance away for a second, and I swear this happened to me, I've glanced away for a second, board state's completely changed by the time I glanced back, and it took me a while to figure out exactly what was going on. If there was some sort of history sort of tab or something where you could see the actions that had gone through, as opposed to like going through the graveyard and being like an archaeologist in Magic to try to figure out what happened, then I think that would be a little bit better. And also, as I mentioned before, there are certain things which I don't think they're getting across information visually the way they should. But anyways, those are some of the small things which I'm not super taken with quite yet. But overall, I really liked the draft experience on Magic Arena. I'm definitely going to be doing it again, and I'm going to be recording it for you guys. So hopefully I'll be able to do another draft that worked out as well as this one. However, that is it for this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything, any advice when it comes to drafting, please leave that in the comments section below. You can also contact us and follow us on Twitter at BrainPulpTV. Also, if you're into paper Magic, and chances are if you're watching this, you may also be into paper Magic, there is a Token of the Month club that we do here through the channel, where there's a new token exclusively created for BrainPulpTV each and every month, and I will mail tokens out to you right to your door, between 1 to 10 tokens. You can choose how many tokens you want. There's going to be a link at the end of this. It'll take you there, and it'll show you how to sign up for that, and it also helps support the channel. But even if you're not interested in the Token of the Month Club, thank you guys for everything you do to already support the channel by simply watching, liking, subscribing, telling your friends about the channel. It means a lot to me. And now with all that said, take care everyone. Have a wonderful day, night, morning, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. May all your drafts be filled with mythic pulls, and I'll see you all again very soon.